wherever you are in this journey, boys, keep pushing forward. Every fucking day, you gotta keep pushing, man. This shit ain't sweet. This shit ain't sweet. Not for everybody. See, most of us, we playing defense in this world. You know what that means, playing defense? That means that you are on standby until the offense says go. You gotta put yourself on offense, boys. We're conditioned, a lot of us, not everybody, we've been conditioned to be on the consumer side. We've been conditioned to be on the bench, to play defense. There's nothing wrong with that if you want that for yourself. If you're okay with just settling. If you're okay with just allowing the universe to give you whatever it wants and you go with the flow. That's cool if that's what you want. But for those that are frustrated, it's because you're not on offense, boys. You got way more inside of you and you're on standby till the offense says, "Hut!" That's when you move. When the offense decides to say, "Go!" That's when you move, you react. You take whatever the offense gives you. You take whatever the offense gives you. What about what you got? What about what's in yourself, your fucking heart, your mind? Huh? You gonna keep waiting for offense? Nah, nigga, in real life, you gotta put yourself on offense, boys. Yeah, there's a select amount of people. There's a small percentage of people that have great opportunity. But I'm gonna tell you what, that usually comes with good connections. That comes with good environment. I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. Even that's a dangerous position to be in. If somebody puts you on, 9 times out of 10, if you don't have the education, if you don't have the basic knowledge on finances or business, and if they're not educating you in that space, they're monetizing the shit out of you, which is cool. Environment is vital, guys. I dropped off 2 vehicles just now, and I saw this light-skinned girl. She when I looked at her face, she looked more on the Oriental side. Light skin, looked like a white girl, but again, when I seen her face, she looked on the Oriental side. But if let's just say if I colorblind, the way she communicated, the way she was, clapping her hands, the way she was delivering whatever the fuck she was talking about, you could tell where she's been raised. And this is the thought I was having at that moment, right? So she's been surrounded by, she's been influenced by the hood. You know, she's lived in the hood for quite some while. And I thought about how powerful that is, right? Usually Asians or Orientals are known for being super sophisticated. They're educated. So I started to think about what power is there when the opposite happens, right? What power is there when the fucking opposite happens? So why is it that we have specific demographics, if you will, that just haven't broke through that business barrier? Now, it's not that there's not enough dark-skinned business owners. There's plenty of that. But my question is, from a macro point of view that I see, why don't I see this at scale, right? Why the fuck don't I see this at scale? And I started to think about it. I was like, is it the fact that a motherfucker like me can't do it? Is it something about me or my mindset, my belief, my lack of education, my ignorance? I'm not claiming to be the motherfucking poster child, but if I could do anything, I know I already made the decision that I'm personally okay with what has been left behind because of the information that I've delivered. Not me in terms of who I am and what I've done, but in terms of people that I know could drastically help a slew of individuals that could really pull value from. Number one, Robert Kiyosaki. whole rich dad community. That whole mindset that you're gonna have is crucial, and it's not a matter of you not understanding or not being able to pick up on it. It's just a matter of you consuming yourself and putting yourself in that environment long enough to where it becomes you. Just like that girl, that Oriental girl, she was clapping her hands, she was fucking, just doing everything you see a black girl do. Not all black girls, but we for those that know, they know. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's how they communicate, cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that environment. I remember at times, the environment is vital. There's times where I've gotten mad as fuck, and I did that shit myself. You know what I mean? Just a lot of frustration, and just that's the power of environment, guys. That's the power of environment, especially at a young age. You know what I'm saying? She had a little boy on her hand, and all I could think about is how he's just sitting there observing, but he's picking up on these behaviors. There's nothing wrong with it. It's cool. It's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing bad. It's nothing good. It's nothing bad. It just is what it is. But I want you to understand the power of environment. I want you to understand the power of environment from the other side, right? So we understand that, a lot of us claim that our environment is the reason why we haven't made it, or we've been dealt bad hands. Well, now that we know this reality, now it's up to us to put ourselves in an environment that will lead to the life that we want. Say that again. So now that we understand that environment is the reason we are where we are, and we blame whoever it is, our family members or our surroundings, the music, the commercials. Now that we understand these facts, right? Well, now it's time to change that and utilize the power of environment to help you move forward. And here's something that I want you to realize as well. If you're not privy to actually be in a room full of successful entrepreneurs, if you're not privy to be in sit over lunch or dinner with Warren Buffett or Tony Robbins or Gary Vaynerchuk or fucking Chamath or Elon Musk or Bill Gates, or there's so many other people. Right now I haven't really been listening to a lot of YouTube videos. I've been really creating more. I've been creating a lot of videos myself, just creating music, instrumentals. It's what I have. So just, I stopped listening and watching a lot of what was going on in the markets and all that stuff. But, if you're not privy to sit down over a cup of coffee or lunch with these individuals, you still have the ability to control your mind and create your environment and control your environment within your mind. I remember that, when I was driving over the road, these were my friends. From a virtual point of view, these were my friends. This is all I would listen to. As I was driving fucking across the country, I'd be sitting for fucking 7-10 plus hours, and I would just listen to countless audiobooks, countless YouTube videos, and surround myself from a mental point of view with information that dealt with finances, information that dealt with personal development, information that dealt with problems that were going on from a relational point of view, and solutions that I could actually apply for myself and move forward. So I say this because, again, if you're not privy to having a physical location where you could sit down with any of these individuals, you have the fucking power to do that within your phone, right? You have the fucking power to literally just create your own environment, create a playlist of the individuals that you see yourself surrounding yourself with, that you see yourself wanting to sit down over a cup of coffee with. You could just listen to them, even though you're not there. You can be there from a mental point of view and start elevating at least to their level, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. Just don't allow excuses to fucking bitch. Don't allow excuses to be. Don't allow your fucking damn, nah. If I get a call, good. That means I get to be productive. But if not, I'm just gonna continue finishing my uploads, and doing the best I can to break through. I personally, I found out the reason why I've lacked success. And if anybody could pull something from this, it may not be valuable today, but I know it'll be valuable 20, 30 years from now, is the fact that I lacked consistency, the fact that I was 3 feet from goal and I literally stopped. That's the one common thing that I've noticed in my life from a failing point of view. Again, I'll be the fucking greatest example of how to fail. Because again, we have too many successful entrepreneurs, we got too many CEOs and too many business owners, and I'm like, okay, well shit, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing then. So I'll be the example of how to fail, and I'll teach lessons that I'm learning for myself as I'm failing. So one of the main lessons that I realized, I catch on to trends, and I realized that the thing that has held me back drastically is my lack of ability to remain consistent. Stay strong, keep developing, boys.